All right, let's take a look at this 2026 Renegade Classic 45 CBF. It's a bunk bed floor plan, 2 full baths. It is built on the Freightliner Cascadia P4 126 chassis. It's got the DD16 600 horsepower Detroit engine paired with the Allison 6-speed transmission. I did add the hood mirrors to this coach along with a Renegade Icon paint scheme. So it's got the Glacier paint scheme from the discontinued Icon, which I think it came out really nice. Looks really clean. On the Freightliner, you got Detroit Safety Assurance. So that includes blind spot assist, lane keep warning, collision mitigation, and adaptive cruise control. It does have the cab over bunk option, along with fully loaded with the scene lights. So you have a scene light there, and then that's a porch light. You also have a scene light on the back and 2 on the driver's side as well. Moving along to the bays, this is the Dometic fridge freezer on a slide out tray. So this is a fridge and a freezer, or a freezer or a fridge, whatever you want it to be. There is an app for this. You can connect it via Bluetooth to your phone to be able to control it and see what's going on there. This is powered a 12 volt or 110. So no matter which power source you have, the fridge will never lose power. Batteries or shore power generator. More storage right here. That connects in your battery bay on the other side. I'll show you where that connects. 42-inch Samsung Smart TV paired with a Bose sound bar. Really gets loud out here. You can pair that Bose sound bar to your phone and have an outdoor radio. New for 2026, a really heavy-duty square door, flush mount. So a lot more solid than previous model years that had their rounded edges. So big upgrade for 2026. Really a fan. It closes a lot more solid. Most problems we really had with Renegade, there's not many, but was with this entry door. Now that has been fixed. Really solid screen here on the XL. Protect that screen from getting kicked. But you have the step here. It's an automatic closing step. So right inside, you can override that step here to where it opens and closes. Yeah. You know what? Keyless entry. So you have a code and you have a key fob to open the entry door here and all the baggage doors. So you can isolate the baggage doors from the entry door and just open the baggage doors, or just open the entry door and lock them all at the same time. But you can program this code to be a 5-digit code of your choice. This is the upgraded 600D Aqua. So 450D is standard, but we chose the 600D upgrade. Fully loaded this thing out. It's got every option you can get, pretty much. The 600D allows you to have a high and low element on the electric. So a little more versatility there. Also new for 2026, most of them, mid-year change. As a rolling change we weren't even aware of till they got here. But now we have the Sure Slide on all of the slides that used to be Schwintek. So a Lippert product just like Schwintek, but this is now called the Sure Slide. So different gear system, in my opinion, works a lot smoother, feels a little more powerful. Haven't had any issues with them yet. So anybody that's worried about those Schwintek slides on the Renegades, or really any brand, Renegade is now gone to Sure Slide. So that is no longer an issue for now, right? Twin screw tandem axle. So twin drive axles, so you can lock in that back axle to become a drive axle, and you have differential lock as well. Docking lights right there. These are the Girard dual pitch wind sensor awnings. And to match coach. So the split is right there over the bunk windows. So the front door, or the entry door, is fully covered along with the TV. But it looks really good when they are out. On the other side, you have the roof rails, or the cans, or the faux awnings, to make it look like awnings on the other side to kind of class everything up. We order that standard Well, it's optional, but it's standard on any RV shop coach. This is 3/4 pass-through right here. Biggest storage bay on the Renegade. It's the location of the central vacuum system. So now there is a floor sweep for the central vac 2026. Moving to the back, this is the deluxe light layout from Renegade. So this is optional. Basically the option adds these up the sidewall to get more visibility for people behind you if you're towing something. So look at that paint job. I mean, come on. Look at that. Coach disappeared. Alright. There's that scene light I was talking about. Along with the backup camera. It's adjustable. And then you have a hitch cam as well. Right there. You do a good view of what's going on down here. So Gen Y. So basically 32,000 pounds is your limitation there. Recommend a 7-way plug. You have a brake controller on board already installed. And then Voyager camera here. Your trailer has the camera on the back. You can plug and play there, it'll show up on the dash. That's where it's at. So underneath the slab and underneath the coach are the underbody lights. Added as an option. This is short cord bay. I think locked, but that's where your short cord's at, along with your transfer switch. Little sewage hose storage there. Generator exhaust comes out the driver's side. Over here. Onan 12.5 kW generator. Plenty enough to run all 3 ACs in this big boy. And have plenty to spare. Also, there is a 50 amp outlet, female, in that bay as well to be able to plug in your stacker trailer or, backfeed your house during a storm. We got the sunset coming upon us. Good view of that paint. I think it looks beautiful. But we'll see this when we go inside, but pick the no overhead cabinets, a large window over the dinette, and over the couch, we have the overhead cabinets. So that's the difference in the two windows right here, to give you a little more storage inside. New for 2026, the valves are automated. So electric valves for the dump station, no more pulling those handles right here. Basically flip the switch, and all that does is it runs a cable, and it comes over here, and it does it for you, right there. So that little guy is just gonna move back and forth. So it's doing the same thing, just automated. While we're here, this is the macerator, right here. It's a FlowJet Fran. Full house water filter here. You can see your tank levels while you are outside. Black tank flush. Here's your hose on board with the automated hose reel. So just click this, and we'll retract it in. Same thing with your power cord on the back. Low point drain, outdoor spigot, quick spray away, and the power for your macerator here. Full storage for this little hose, but I spray everything off. And if you ever compare this to another coach, any other brand out there, you can tell when you close these doors, Renegade is just solid. The double latch insulated doors. Dump bay here, of course, macerator ever craps out on you, no pun intended, you still have the ability to connect a normal stinky slinky right there. 75 gallons black, 75 gallons of gray water I'm holding, and 150 gallons of fresh water. That's every Renegade across the board. All have the same water capacities for now. Now this has the fully loaded lithium package. So it's the 4 270 amp hour Dragonfly lithium batteries, along with the 2 3,000 watt Victron Multiplus inverters. Get a good look at that. New for 26, they put this together like that all in one place to make it really easy to get to and work on. So I love it when we're going to change settings or connect to somebody to be able to connect remotely. It's super easy to get to. Used to be way back in the back, so really clean that up for 2026. I'm a fan. But the reason for the 2 inverters is that you can run the center AC with that second inverter anytime you want. Going down the road, the alternator is going to be charging the batteries, and you got pretty much limitless cold air or warm air going down the road. And then this will run That center AC, 8 to 12 hours, depending on if it's cutting on and off, if it's the temperature, if you got solar. You know, there's factors that play, but definitely nice to have that option to not have to run your generator constantly for that AC. Let's go look at the slide system over here. So this on the driver's side is a electric over hydraulic slide. So moves really quick, really efficient, really reliable. This is the chassis batteries here, along with a breaker for the hydraulic leveling, along with the slide out right above us. That is where you're going to connect that air line I was talking about on the other side. That is an intake vent. That is not a heater. So your bays, well, first you got a couple more fuses here, more fuses there. So good to know if you own a Renegade and you're watching this. Your entry step, cord reel, hose reel, Aqua hot, generator, battery warmers, all that is ran right here. So any of that craps out on you, check these fuses. In your wet bay, you have a heater. The Aqua hot lines ran back there. That's what you're seeing. It's a new for 26. They took an Aqua hot and gave you a full duct in the dump bay. So right here is your, basically your zone for the bay heat. So this will heat all of your tanks as well as your hose reel, and all these 3 bays are connected right here. So good to know. The entire basement is not heated, but the wet bay is. All right, let's move on to the inside. I love the way the Cascadia looks. On these entry steps, this is where the step cover will go. On these little ledges, a well lit, nice and padded entry. That digital dash. Remember, collision mitigation, adaptive cruise control. You can control this screen in front of you from this swipe pad right here, and you can control that screen from this swipe pad right here. So really intuitive. That's what I love about the Cascadia chassis. Really set up for the driver, you know. This is like the cockpit. It's like you're in a jet. Really set up for the driver. Now the passenger, comfortable, but not set up for them. But hey, they got some AC at least. But these seats in here are going to be Sears, fully adjustable, up and down air, and then 2-stage lumbar as well. They will swivel around to give you more seating facing the back. Rear view camera system, it's the Voyager camera monitor, CB radio prep. This does have the cab over bunk, and new for 26 they have this beautiful cutout. So it looks like the Aero cap used to look if you didn't get it, but you have this nice walk-through space without having to hit your head, without that little square cutout they used to have back in 2025. So big fan of that. Looks really good. Insulated roof hatch, must-have option in my opinion. That's how you get to your roof. Added a vent here, so vent fan in the overhead bunk, vent fan in the living area, kitchen area, and then you also have one in both bathrooms, which we will get to in a second. But this pulls out and sets in, and then you just move that mat this way. But lots of space, and then you also have storage on this side. So this cabinet opens up, that's all storage. You have plugs up there, a little shelf, charger, so whoever's there will have their comfort. All right, see if we can get these cabinets to look like they look in real life. It's always hard to do the inside light with the outside light, but hey, I'll do my best. All right, this is going to be the gray furniture. So dinette, your dream dinette does drop down and make a little bed. You got the cushions right in here, and here we got 2 cup holders, chargers with USB and USB-C. Really powerful. They'll charge whatever you're charging pretty quick. But here's that big window I was talking about. So when you got a good view out there, nothing blocking your view when you're eating, and this window on the side matches as well. So it's the same height without the overhead cabinets. Now here, because you know you're mostly sitting down right here, it's nice to have some extra storage. Did the overhead cabinets. So all maple hardwood, solid, really heavy duty hardware. All the Renegades, you will not find any cheap particle board whatsoever in the coach. And you really find that out when you start comparing it to different brands. New for 26, they give the Classic these magnetic locks, which used to only be available on the XL, but now it's coming standard on the Classic, which is huge because they're my favorite. They never come undone. All wood valances. So instead of the fabric inserts, I chose the all wood option. Don't have to worry about that fabric getting dirty. Manual day shades and powered night shades. So there's a remote for this, but show you how they work. And close these right here. Always have this little backup button. This is the programming button, but it'll work when I don't have the remote. There we go. I know we're getting a little purple green tint going on. Let's see if we can get this lighting to look right. Closing these windows. It makes us look a little better. All right, maybe. We'll see. Got the side of the countertops with the LED lights as well as underneath. So all accent lighting, you can pick your color and make it do a strobe like it is now. You also have that in the rear master bath as well as the half bath here in the hallway. So that's part of the RGB setup on the Firefly screen. You can control that independently. But let's go ahead and turn it off for good old lighting sake. So you come in here, RGB setup, and we'll just go ahead and cut it off. There we go. We're off. Take a look at these batteries. Got 100% battery. We are running the generator right now, so. All right, kitchen area. This is the Samsung 18 cubic foot French door style fridge. So plenty of space. Has the ice maker right there. Right above that is going to be the AV cabinet. So standard Starlink comes standard. So that's your line guard router back there along with the Starlink module. And I will set all that up for you. If you buy this thing, it'll all be set up in your name, either added to your account or I will create a Starlink account for you. This is the line guard antenna and the cellular based Wi-Fi if you want to use the Wi-Fi, but with Starlink it's pretty much obsolete. Moving on, you have a 2-burner induction cooktop. If you have not used induction before, it'll change your life. I love it so much I bought one for my house. Got rid of my gas stove. Always been a gas fan my whole life, and I now have induction. Can't beat it. The Samsung convection microwave with a travel latch installed. Do not forget that. So oven or microwave. More storage up above here. And more for your manuals. And there's the awning controls. So that's the main power for the 2 awnings. Soft close drawers and cabinets. I mean, they just take their time. Just make sure they don't slam. You don't want to get nobody confused that they are mad. Oh, they don't want no drama. All right. Nice stainless steel sink. It's a lot wider. It's a Blanco brand, but bigger than last year. And really plenty of space to do what you got to do. So I added an additional plug here as an option and got all of the available drawers that we could get for the Classic here. So down here, got a nice pot drawer, pots and pans, don't get that confused. And then more storage here. And then all of these are, of course, dovetail. No screws, no glue on any of these cabinets or these drawers. All solid Amish built maple hardwood. Two-stage drawer there, a little scrubby drawer, and then underneath the sink, and that's the subwoofer that goes with this living room sound system. That's the paint information there, if anybody's wondering. Premium Paint in Indiana is who painted this coach. And this coach does come with unlimited roadside assistance from Renegade. New for 2026, these coat hangers. So much better than catching yourself on. Of course, if you leave them out, you know, you're gonna catch yourself on them either way, but it used to be just, you know, regular hooks. Now you can, you know, have the option to use it or not. So that's nice, a lot more sleek. The shade for this, see if I can get it undone with one hand. Boom. This is the theater seats option. So center armrest will come down. So I do like how this will fold up, because if you want to lay back here and, you know, sprawl out going down the road, you can. Because that one may open going down the road because it's in front of the wheel, I mean the stairwell, but this one will not because it's in front of the cabinets. So you can lay out flat. Little tables, new for 2026. They just pop right in and out, just like so. And then this is the step cover. I mean, you know, Renegade, because home is where you park it. What a slogan. All right, power head tilt is the new feature for 2026. I mean, look at that. I mean, who wants to grab a pillow and stuff it behind their head in a brand new Renegade, right? And then, of course, theater seats, they'll fold all the way out and lounge back, super comfortable. And then you have this little hidden storage drawer for remotes and whatever else you want to stow away in there. Accent lighting looks really good along the fascia. They did a really, really good job making this look not overdone, but well done. And then can lighting is new for 2026. So the bulbs that have come standard for years, they finally changed that. Ceiling fan added as an option, and the decorative AC covers as well. So 3 15,000 BTU ACs. In this coach, again, this one will run off of the batteries alone. Splendid washer and dryer, stackable. So next best thing, closest to being into your house, works great. Here's gonna be your breaker panel there, along with the pantry. So new for 26, instead of having to unlatch them, you now push and, so push, pull, always a push and pull, you know? Always a give and a take. But with Renegade, it's more take than give, you know? They just got a lot to give. All right, padded walls throughout the coach gives it a really nice, classy look, quiets it down a little bit, and a little bit of R value benefit there. So all the screens are now digital, so no more of the push buttons, so you can control everything you see here, as well as the slide outs in the rear. So I can do the entire back of the coach master from here. Back, full length mirror here in the bunk area. Here are the bunk beds. No more TVs. We get tablet holders now, because that is the future, right? No more DVD players. Ladder built in, nice dresser drawers underneath. Really, really large dresser drawers. No wasted space. And difference between the XL and the Classic, one main difference between the BBC XL and the CBF Classic is you get this privacy door. Can't get that in the XL. Mostly because that rear cap takes up an extra space. That's nice to be able to close off this area completely. And then on this side, you have this door. And here in the bunk area, more storage, or a pantry, whatever you want it to be. And then the mid full bath. Not a half bath, but a full bath. So wainscoting, tile up the wall, comes standard for 2026. I never chose that option before it became standard, but I really like it. I'm never going back. Well, I can't, but I don't want to. And got the little sink here, along with the storage underneath. You know, decorative, classy looking toilet paper holder there. Perfect convenient location. This is the Santa Marine push to flush toilet. So you have eco mode, normal mode, and empty. So just press the button and you can flush your toilet. Storage behind the mirror there, medicine cabinet, and more storage over here for towels or whatever you need. Now the half bath, full bath. Shower is smaller here than it is in the master, but still plenty of space. So that's about what you're looking at. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I got plenty of room to move around. Move this out the way. You've got plenty of elbow room. But this is the shower miser, so it'll recycle your water while it's getting hot. It'll turn red when it is hot, so you can go ahead and you know, cut it on and not waste any of your water if you're boondocking. Master bedroom. Beautiful. So this is the king bed. So this is the 72 by 80, I believe. It's the new master king bed option. So it used to be 66 by 80. So a regular king is a 76 by 80. So it's not quite as big as the regular king at your house, but it's a lot better, and you can still walk around it. Still got a little walk around room. That real king would eliminate that. But you have power shades. You have 3 windows behind your head here. Again, wood balances. There's the shade control there. We have 3 switches along with a panel to control lights and everything. More storage here. Ceiling fan in the bedroom. AC in the bedroom. This is the expanded hanging storage option. So I love that option with a cedar lined closet. So storage goes all the way behind the TV for your clothes. And then optional, non-listed option are these drawers instead of the just doors that open up and kind of useless. At a really nice maple hardwood drawers. And then 3 more down below. And you have your AV cabinet there. Like I said, new for 2026. This is your floor suite. How nice is that? Just lift it, sleep it right in. Don't even gotta grab the hose. But if you do want to grab the hose, she is accent lighting to light up the walkway at night on all sides of the bed. And we'll take a look under this bed if you'd like. There we go. Man, that's clean. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, 2 75-gallon water tanks, giving you 150 gallons total. That's your Aqua hot duct there. You have your freshwater tank dump. That white handle down below. That green and white hose down there. That is the equalizer between the 2 tanks. So that connects them both, keeping them at the same level. You have your water pump located right here. That clear hose is the winterization hose. So stick that in a bucket of antifreeze and cut the water pump on. Good to go. You have 3 overflows for when you're filling the tank. So one there, and one there. So forget to leave it on, it'll just dump right on the ground. And then that's the other Aqua hot output there. So they did give us for 26 nice easy access. Instead of having to do it the hard way like I just did, you can just pop that open and it'll actually stay open. It's really nice when you gotta work on something. You don't have to lift up this whole aluminum frame. All right, master bathroom. Let's take a look. So I chose it's my favorite. It always will be for many reasons, but the corner vanity layout. So with this corner vanity, you get all these mirrors, you know, to look at yourself more from every angle. I mean, who can complain about that? but it's functional also. So you get a lot more storage. So every single one of these cabinets opens up, and gives you storage behind it. So it's not just looks, it's function. That's what I'm all about. And then plenty of counter space as well. It's not taking up the whole bathroom. Plenty of drawers, storage, toilet paper is located in there, kind of out the way. But plenty of room around the toilet. So you're not all jammed up all in a corner. Plenty of leg room. And then shower over on this side. So bigger, like I said, than the mid bath, but same solid surface, Corian, with the utique seat and the shower miser. You got these shelves as well. Beautiful, beautiful rig. Cannot speak enough on the quality from Renegade. They really put a really nice product together. I'm really proud to represent the brand. Thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.